Hi, I'm Maddie, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hey,
I'm
Maddy.
Maddy.
So first off, this is my first time speaking ever, so I get a little nervous, get a little off track. It's okay. I have a sponsor who has a sponsor. I'm pretty new in the program. I'm coming up on God-given two years in November. Thank you. What it was like. I was born in Eastern Washington. We moved over to the Seattle area when I was, I think, about 6. It's a little fuzzy for me. I grew up in a home with an alcoholic. Was very dysfunctional. Um, from what I can remember, since I was about the age of 10, I had to learn to do things pretty quickly on my own. How to cook, clean, do my laundry, all of that, take care of others. I've always been a caretaker, nurturer. I do remember that there was countless nights of my mom, who was the alcoholic in my home, of drunken nights where 2, 3 in the morning she was stumbling home, and I was taking care of her, being that nurturer again. And I do remember that taking a huge toll on my my little girl, is what I like to call her. And I just remember that being so hard because I was so broken. And in that brokenness is where I lived. I was that victim, and I stayed in that for a long periods of time. Um, and through that I learned how to be a good victim, right? Like I learned how to rest on that, and how to get attention from that. And that just served a lot of my past. So fast forward to getting sober. For me, it looked like a lot of fear, and a lot of suicide in my story. Alcohol played a huge part, as well as many other drugs. And For me, it was like the more and more and more of what I could get, and um, how I could feel those voids of fear and hopelessness, and that desire that I longed to have. Um, I was then admitted to a psych ward after many attempts of suicide. And finally, I think that allowed me to really get honest, get vulnerable, and really lean into my higher power. For me, I call that my higher power God. And I finally had a shift in my vision, and what that looked like for me, and how I was going to live my life moving forward. With that, I was able to ask for help. I had called someone who was very, very dear to me, and basically was like having a normal conversation. How are you? How was your weekend? Kind of a thing. And I just like let loose. And it was one of those things where it was like that person was exactly who I needed. My higher power brought me to that person. And I basically was just like, here's the deal. I'm miserable. I'm so, I'm in so much fear. And at this point, like, it's either life or death for me. And I remember that like it was yesterday. It was so vivid, so clear. And like, that's what I need. I need to just be heard. And that is when the floodgates had opened for me. To really blossom into who I am today. So moving from that conversation that I had with that person, I found the rooms. My mom, who I grew up with, the alcoholic in my family, is now sober today. And with that knowledge, and that help from those people who I love dearly, who are in the program, I found my way into there. And today, I live a completely different life than who I used to be. Um, from those relationships with the people who have hurt me, and that little broken girl, I've been able to rebuild those. Today, I'm closer than I have ever been to my higher power. I lean into my higher power every day, morning and night. The 86, 87, when upon awakening, and as we retire, those are my daily rituals. And I think most importantly, for myself, I found myself again. I found the joy and that self love that I never really had. I never really knew who I was, since I had to grow up so young. Um, and I just get to show up for myself, I think, and show up for others. And I think that like that is what's most important to me in my daily life. I am present, I'm available, I put action to my problems, I show up for people, I answer my phone when they call. And, today I'm able and I get to do those hard things that I never thought I would be able to do because of the fear and everything that, hindered my progress. And I just think that, like, through Alcoholics Anonymous in this program and working the steps and really unpacking all of that hurt and that fear for me was everything that I needed in order to blossom into who I am today. I stand tall today. I stand in my skin. I love who I am. And, I just, I'm so grateful for this program because it genuinely has saved my life. And, I can't thank enough of those people who have been a part of my story, who show up for me today. And yeah, today rebuilding those relationships and really making up and doing those amends for me has been huge. And yeah, I just think that for me, finding myself was all I needed to really blossom into who I am today. So I still have 8 minutes, but that's all I have. So thank you.
Thanks, Maddy.